The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
This is Africa Diaspora Connect.
Join us as we take the journey from the motherland to America.
We share our experiences and learn from them.
Here is our host, Kibathi.
Yeah, so in case you're wondering, no, we did not go home. That's why we're still dressed the same, but this is a crux of the matter. For those of you who may have missed the last show, I'm here with Magdalene and her daughter, Ann, and the theme is domestic violence, and this is part 2. This episode is brought to you by Care Plus Healthcare Staffing, providing nursing solutions to a wide array of facilities ranging from nursing and group homes, assisted living facilities, hospitals, you name it. It's a one-stop shop healthcare staffing agency offering vetted healthcare staffing solutions for CNAs, LPNs, or RNs. They cover Worcester, Middlesex, and Hampden counties, cities and regions in Worcester, Lowell, and Springfield. It's a woman-owned minority business that registered Chamber of Commerce entities. CNAs, LPNs, RNs, look no further for your staffing needs. Care Plus Healthcare Staffing, 774-232-9548. Miss Naomi will pick up. Just call. We're back. African Diaspora Connect. We at 10,000 yet. Come on now. You know what to do, but we'll start with 2,000. We're getting to 10.
What do you do, subscribers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get those subscribers up.
We need to do what we need to do now. You know, you haven't missed a show every week for a year. Come on. Give me some kudos on that.
We're trying to hit 2,000 before our 1-year anniversary, which is in a couple of weeks.
It's going to be as
that's doable.
As
you guys have me on the show.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to listen to what I have to say.
And you know what? You have a lot to say. So without further ado, I am just going to let you run this one, Ann.
Okay.
You know what time it is. You're not shy of. You've lived this life. You know what the media does there for us. I'll let you run with this. Tell us your story. Africa Diaspora Connect, Miss Ann.
Okay, everybody. I'm going to speak in English, but the moment in Jaragege Koyo, todo inyo mutayaragege Koyo.
Hey.
Mwetuaga mutio ege Koyo, no ni moi.
Aterere.
So that needs to stop. My generation needs to stop acting like
Tabotige atashokera haurege dwarage Koyo.
Nijaragia.
Magdalene, utetewe mwegai.
Thank you.
What? Wait. Were you born here?
No.
So how old were you when you got to the States?
3.
3.5.
And this is like 18, 19 years later, and you're flowing right. Big getting my coffee. This is beautiful.
I also sing in Swahili.
Man,
yes.
Gifted. You are truly gifted, girl. Damn. Wow. All right. Speak your mother tongues. Yes, Luya, Luyo, Akamba, Kipsigis, all of you, Pokot. Speak your thing. Speak your language.
Parent, teach your children to speak the mother tongue.
Speak your mother tongue. Speak your mother tongue. It's key. Yes, we're a melting pot.
Mami ajiraga wathie gicagi ukaragiria coco atia kamwira ngai gikuyu ni ngukimenya tondu riu ngukereka kumenya njaririe coco atia.
Oh, damn, you got me tripping over
But,
here. It's all right.
My story. Let's see. I moved to Atlanta when I was 17, straight out of high school by myself. I went to my mom and I said, "Mom, I'm moving to Atlanta." She said, "What?"
Hotlanta.
Hotlanta. That's what we call it. She said, "What? Are you crazy?" And I said, "No, I'm not crazy. I'm moving to Atlanta." She said, "Shiro, you're 17. What do you mean you're moving to Atlanta?" I found a roommate, a Kenyan roommate. I connected them with my mom. And I said, "Mom, I'm not staying here any longer. My dreams are calling me. And I'm sitting here at home while my dreams and ambitions I just get calls." Drake wanted to sign me when I was 15.
Drake,
Aubrey Graham. He calls me his little sister. Tyler Perry Studios is interested in me now. Like, these things that are happening, even right now, as I'm going through what I'm going through, I never miss my calling because I believe that God puts me in these predicaments to get out of them. God will never give you anything that you can't handle. So I believe that no matter what I'm going through, whether it be a custody battle, which I'm currently dealing with right now, whether it be a murder trial, which I'm currently dealing with right now, whether it be being separated from my daughter. That's one of the hardest things that I have ever undergone through my whole entire life, like my whole 22 years of living. Nothing has been this hard than not being around my daughter. But let me get into that. I met a guy in Atlanta when I was 17. He is a Grammy-nominated, Grammy-winning songwriter. He's very known in Atlanta and other places. He's very successful. He's opened restaurants. He's won Grammys. He's wrote for your favorite artists, Beyonce, Justin Bieber. You know, I could name a bunch more. And I fell in love. I was young. I didn't know what love was. He gave me everything that I wanted and more, and I thought that was enough. I thought the materialistic things were enough. You know, it wasn't always bad. That's how the stories start, you know? Mm-hmm. We had our honeymoon phase. I was actually engaged, actually. My wedding was February 14th of this year.
Valentine's.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. I decided on Valentine's Day I didn't want to get married anymore. I actually
The day off the wedding.
The day before the wedding.
Okay.
I decided, you know, this isn't what love is. This is not how I pictured raising my daughter in a home. My daughter has watched me get physically abused, choked out, pistol whipped. My daughter has witnessed me being strangled to unconsciousness. My daughter is 2, and already at this young age, she is going through what I was going through. And that's when I realized I need to put an end to this. I cannot carry this generational curse any longer. I've been carrying it since I was a little girl, and now here's my little girl, and she's carrying it. That has to stop. Enough is enough, like you said. I've gone through drug abuse. I've been drugged. I've been coerced into signing paperwork that I didn't want to sign. My life has been threatened so many times that I laugh about it now because it became normal. Waking up in the morning and getting beat up became normal.
Became a lifestyle.
It became part of my life. Going to sleep crying every night became a routine. Putting ice on my face so that I could make sure I looked this pretty. Putting makeup. I learned how to do my own makeup, not because I wanted to. Bruises. Black eyes. Scratches. I had a cosmetic surgery this year, and I had to get it done again because of my abuser. My body is tired.
You're only 22.
I'm only 22. I've had bruised ribs, fractured noses. The list goes on and on. I showed my mom my medical record, and she was in tears. I said, Mom, I just want you to see how many times I've been in the hospital while I've been in Atlanta. It goes on and on. The police reports go on and on. The domestic encounters go on. And it's like, I want to take this moment to spotlight my friend who lost her life to domestic violence. Her name was Walana Bibbs. She was 20 years old. Her life was taken on Mother's Day, a day where we celebrate mothers and their children, because that's what I celebrate Mother's Day for. It's not just about mothers on Mother's Day. It's about their children, too, because without their children, they wouldn't be mothers. Now, on that day, every year, we're going to be remembering the day she passed on because of domestic violence. My same abuser took her life senselessly. And it's a very touchy subject because this is a pending investigation, so I won't say too much on it, but I want you guys to listen and really listen to what I'm telling you. It's not worth it. It is not. The cars, the jewelry, the celebrities, the drugs, it's not worth it. And I'm literally living proof. I'm blessed to be alive right now. I almost lost my life in April. 3 different times. I was drugged, I was overdosed, and I was resuscitated.
What?
They went on YouTube and figured out how to resuscitate me. Then they called my mom and told my mom, hey, we just saved your daughter from an overdose. And I watched them call my mom, and I was like, I was too zoned out to really fully function what was going on. But I was like, wait, did somebody just try to kill me? And am I still alive? And did they just call my mother and tell my mother? Like, as a mother, how would you feel receiving a call about your child? I've gone through a lot, and I've seen a lot. I've heard a lot. And I just want to be the voice for my generation, because domestic violence is not a joke. And people, especially in our community, in the Kenyan community, take it as a joke. It's not a joke. People are losing their lives every day due to domestic disputes. People are getting shot. People are getting strangled. People are getting the worst of the worst.
People you know of
People I personally know.
within the community?
Not within my Kenyan community,
Okay.
but within my own life's community.
Yeah, understood.
Why do you think it's taken as a joke?
Because it's all cute. Instagram and Twitter and TikTok play about this every day. Like, it's funny. Like, I saw a video and it was like, oh, when you're finally single and your boyfriend shoots out the club. That's not funny.
No.
That happened to me. I was hosting an event and the club got shot up because of me. Because I was in there. It's not a joke. PTSD is real and I suffer from it. Every moment, I'm always making sure I know my surroundings. I know who's here. I know who's moving.
Where's the
I know
exit?
when doors open.
Yeah.
I know how to get out of here. I knew how to get out of here before I could even comfortably sit here. That's how bad my PTSD is. And before I went to Atlanta, I was never diagnosed with anything of such as a mental disorder or a sickness, whatever you want to call it, bipolar and PTSD. I've never. And Shido, never. Psych hospitals, never. But because of this romance that I wanted to hold on to, my life has been, I'm not with, where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? You don't see my daughter here with me. Domestic violence did that.
When's the last time you physically saw her?
April, when I escaped
Escaped where?
from her father trying to murder me.
Let's talk about this hip-hop generation. Let's talk about this limelight. A lot of our daughters and sons want to aspire to be. What's that life like? What's it like?
It's lights, cameras, and action. That's all it is. You have to pretend to be this star. Half of the time, you don't even want to be there. I have a performance on Saturday. Do you really think in my soul the only reason I'm doing it is because music is my love and my passion, and I refuse to let domestic violence dim my light any longer or define me? And I'm doing it as a symbol of I am strong. I am not broken. I am still here. I am still fighting. I am an active mother. I am an active child of this community that I'm brought up in. I am Kenyan, and I am human just like everybody else. But it can happen to any of us. Sex trafficking can happen to any of us. I am a victim of sex trafficking.
What?
Yes.
They all came with a lifestyle.
It all came with the lifestyle. The drugs, the abuse. I'm sure you guys know of R. Kelly.
We used to. We used to.
R. Kelly was my baby father's mentor. It's written on blogs everywhere, so I'm comfortable speaking about it because Yahoo wrote about it, Vlog magazine wrote about it, Complex magazine wrote about it. So I'm comfortable enough to speak on it.
I mean,
because
this is
it's
the
a public.
who's of who. I mean, this is the who of who circle.
Yes. I was involved in the Me Too movement.
Wow.
I am one of the Me Too's.
You're one of R. Kelly's Me Too's.
Yes, I am.
Mom,
No.
how do you function? How do you function hearing this kind of, hear your daughter open up like she is right now? How do you just take it all in?
It's tough. But due to my faith, let's say I'm strong in faith. I trust in God in everything. Reading the Bible and prayers every day, every time, especially early in the morning. That make me cope with all this. But back inside me, it's painful. And I will let you know, as parent, any child can go through this. Any mother, father out there can find out their children are going through this. What our advocate is, let us be open to our children so they can tell us what they are going through. Because some of the parents, they put fear in their children so they cannot speak out. I know my daughter, we have been walking together. When she moved as 17 years old, I was with her all the time on the phone, making sure the family they are living with, she's safe. When she met this fiancé, she was able to come home. Ex-fiancé, sorry. She was able to bring him home to introduce to us. At that time, she had turned 18. And that's why, if someone comes to you, you can't say no if this is an adult. And I have met the fiancé. We have been ex-fiancé. We were friends. We have done things together before. But it came bitter as she stayed after she had a child. But right now, I'm still working on my side, how to cope with this. And I thank my community, my priests, my pastor, my friends, my prayer partners, where we have formed a group of prayers. And they encourage me every day, every time, through the phone, messages. And thank God to have a great community.
And thank you out there for the community out there at large. And specifically this case, it happens to be the Kenyan community out there that's doing a lot of outreach. I've heard about Guito.
Yes.
That's going on out there. We have a custody case here that's going on. Could you just tell us what's going on specifically and what needs to get done?
My daughter is currently in a different state. She's currently with her paternal grandmother. I would like to see my daughter home with me. I'm not confused about that one bit. I'm a full functioning mother. I'm young. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm well prepared to take care of my child. So there's a disagreement going on right now with who my child should reside with. Her father believes that she should reside with his family. I believe that since he's out of the picture now, she should reside with me. So with that being said, the custody battle is within 3 different states. Massachusetts, which is the state that I'm in. Georgia, which is the state that my daughter was born in. And Illinois, which is the state that she's currently residing in.
Okay.
And Iowa.
And Iowa.
4.
4.
states.
I'm sorry. They keep moving my child.
So because she's in different states.
Every time they move a state, it's a different jurisdiction.
So you need how many lawyers?
4.
4 lawyers.
I haven't found one that will take all the states. Everybody has said the case is too difficult. So I had to hire 4 separate lawyers.
Lawyers don't come cheap.
No, they do not. And that's one thing I learned right now, right today.
So what do we have? We have a GoFundMe. What do we have, Magdalene, guys? What are we doing, Cheryl?
We have a GoFundMe.
What is it? What's a GoFundMe?
Bring Jayla home.
Bring Jayla home. That's Jayla.
So under my name, Magdalene Njuguna on Facebook.
Magdalene Njuguna on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay.
We will add the links to these
Okay.
in our descriptions as well.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We also have a WhatsApp group, which is formed by most of my friends, women from Muiri, from different Kwai. We have Wiru, Kwai, Sisterhood. They have come together. We have formed that WhatsApp group. People are contributing there. And most of the amount we got, we have used to those 2 lawyers whom we have already hired in Georgia and Iowa, waiting to hire 2 more lawyers when we got income, or we got some people fed us. And we thank everyone for contributing and supporting us in this. It's something new to everyone. Even the attorney, they were like, I have been practiced 25 years. I never heard about this.
This is high profile too.
Yes, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
The fact that my child's father is a Grammy-winning songwriter, I wake up on Yahoo, there's my daughter.
Wow.
My mom shows me. Scrolling down Yahoo News, there's my baby father and there's my daughter. We go on the internet. That's actually how we found out what happened. When the police contacted my mother, because I was not around, they didn't tell my mother what had happened. My mother went on her phone, and the first thing she saw was a picture of my baby father and a caption that read, singer-songwriter, Grammy-winning singer-songwriter, whatever his name is, has been charged with first-degree murder, allegedly charged for first-degree murder of his long-term girlfriend. Now, there was a very big confusion. Everybody thought I was dead. People were texting my phone, I can't believe you're gone. I couldn't respond to the messages because I didn't have my phone at the time of the incident. So when I got my phone back and I saw people wondering if I was dead, I was like, oh, wow, I need to speak up. I need to get on social media. And speaking of social media, my social medias were hacked by the same person. He was trying to ruin me. He was trying to end me. And he failed. And God is good because I'm still standing and I'm still strong and I'm still going to make my content and I'm still going to perform and I'm still going to be a mother.
Amen to that.
And I'm still going to be the best person I could possibly be. One thing I learned from this whole experience of domestic violence is never let your abuser dim your light. My light has been dimmed so many times. So many labels wanted to sign me, but I was signed to him. So many movies wanted me to act in them, but I was signed to him. So many opportunities came knocking on my door. You know when you say knock and the door shall be open?
Yeah.
My door has been opened and shut by him every time. Every time. Nope, you're not doing it. Nope, you're not. And it's just like, at this point, if we're together and we have a child together, why would you not want to see me flourish? That's when I realized in my head, something's not right. Something is not right. Forget the lifestyle, forget the jewelry, forget the cars, forget the celebrities, forget the fancy things that I'm going to, forget the concerts, front row seats for Drake, Beyonce, and everybody else. Because when you're in that lifestyle, you get invited to the concerts. You don't pay tickets to go see these people. They send you invites and say, as a family, come to the Jayla went to Beyonce's concert. We were front row. I was pregnant with her, but she was there. And Beyonce and Jay-Z were right there in front of our faces. And I couldn't believe it. Because one thing everybody knows about Ann is Beyonce and Ann.
For real?
That's who I look up to.
Yeah.
That's who I train myself vocally. When I'm doing vocal exercises, I listen to Beyonce and I mimic her. That's who has taught me how to sing. Everybody asks me, Ann, who taught you how to sing? Beyonce. Proudly. I've watched every video, from when she was my daughter's age to where she is now. Why do you think I document my daughter's life? If you go on my YouTube, The Official Ann, even though I don't have access to it anymore, you watch Jayla growing. From birth, I have a birth documentary to 11-month updates to up until we weren't together anymore. Even my new YouTube, my intro is with my daughter. I have incorporated my daughter into everything I'm doing because my daughter is a star. And the same way my mother saw me as a star, it's the same way I see my daughter as a star. So some generational curses are not bad. Some generational things are not curses. They're empowerments. My mom saw it in me, and now I see it in her.
Let me ask you this. When is social media too much?
Every day.
What do you mean by every day?
Every day, social media is too much for me. The questions that I receive on social media are disgusting, inappropriate, overstepping.
How can you curb that? Is there any way to curb that?
No, you don't curb it. You just read it and move on.
How about, is there a point where maybe you're giving too much of yourself? Or is that just the lifestyle that you know?
It's the lifestyle that I know.
Okay.
People follow me because I'm genuine.
Okay.
People follow me because I'm transparent.
Understood.
I show my good, my bad, and my ugly.
Uh-huh.
My social media is not just wins. I show my losses. A lot of people don't do that.
Understood.
They just show the glory, glamorous times when they're sitting at the diner table with their money and their champagne glasses and their cigars. They don't show you when they're crying. They don't show you when they're depressed. They don't show you when they're hurt. I show all of that.
When we were driving here, you gave me a little glimpse into the life, the cars. Just give a bit of that to the audience, the life that you lived, the glamour.
After I was pregnant and I told my child's father I was pregnant, I was gifted with a Mercedes-Benz 2018 truck.
The G.
Truck.
The G-Wagon.
Oh, the G-Wagon too. A Tesla, a Rolls Royce. Cars don't excite me. Jewelry doesn't excite me.
But that's what kept you
That's
there,
what
though.
kept me there.
That's what, you're like, you know what?
I'm like, this is too good to be
I can
true.
take another beating.
Yes.
I can take
a few punches.
I can take a few punches. I'm not about to let this lifestyle go.
Oh, no. And my daughter was born and she had a chain this big on her neck as soon as she came out of me. Who is going to not want their child to live their best? One thing about my child's father that I will never say he did not do is be there for his daughter. Maybe he had his different ways of showing how much he loves her, but anything my daughter wanted, she got. Whether it be a toy car, whether it be a chain, whether it be, he would buy me a Benz truck and then buy Jayla a Benz truck toy. He would buy me a Tesla and buy Jayla a Tesla car toy. Jayla was living her best life. Yeah. Why would I want to take that away from her?
This man has pimped you.
Yes. Yes.
If I may, if I'm not pushing the envelope too hard, at what point did you find your mind shift change from all these beautiful things my daughter's getting, this is the greatest lifestyle, to hang on a minute, she's witnessing these things, this is no longer the greatest lifestyle?
On April 26th.
Yeah.
That's when I realized enough is enough.
Yeah.
This man tried to murder me. He tried to murder me multiple times in multiple ways, but this time he actually was like, all right, you're about to die. And at this point, I'm looking at my daughter. I'm looking at him. He's strangling me. I'm losing unconsciousness. And I'm just like, oh, this is where it ends? Like, is this the end of my story? Is my mom going to get a phone call that her daughter was murdered? No.
In front of her granddaughter.
In front of her granddaughter? Like what happened in Iowa. My daughter was there. And that breaks my heart. I'm not going to cry because I'm strong, but just know that the fact that my 2-year-old daughter was on a murder scene at the age of 2 breaks I will never be able to take that pain away from her. When I talk to my daughter, she asks me one question: where's my daddy? What do you say? What do you say? What do you tell her? I'm only 22. This is my first child. What do I tell her?
We're here to share. We're here to talk. No holds barred here. The drug life, you've been through that as well.
Yes, I have. I've been exposed to cocaine. I've never actually sniffed cocaine, but I've been around cocaine heavily.
What do you mean you've been exposed heavily?
In the sceneries and the parties that I was going to.
But you never partook?
No, I never partook.
Okay.
The parties that I would go to with my baby father, you have to sign a disclosure that you will not record or say anything that happened at this party. So I would never give out the names of the people that were at these parties because they would sue me. But these parties were private. These parties had drug trays where we have bartenders walking around with ecstasy pills, Molly, Percocets, cocaine, and it's like, you know how you go to a party and they give you a wine glass?
Yeah.
They're giving you cocaine lines. Here.
And this is Atlanta.
This is Atlanta. This is Hotlanta.
This is Hotlanta.
Yeah.
How are you doing? How are we going to get Jayla back? What do we need to do? What do you need to do to get your daughter back?
I need to pay all my lawyers.
Other than the lawyers, mentally, where are you?
I'm taking counseling. I have a nurse that comes and checks on me twice a week. At first, it was like 3 times a week. But they're realizing I'm not too depressed. I'm not too anxious. I'm not too sad. So those visits are decreasing, which is good on my part because that means I'm doing what I need to do as a mother to get my child back. I've prepared her belongings. You know, I just got to be strong. That's what I have to do.
Yeah.
And my daughter told me something, and I want to share this with you guys. When I talked to her, my 2-year-old said, "Mommy, be positive." And everybody was like, "Did you guys hear that?" And I said, "Did she just say?"
She can say that?
My daughter said, "Mommy, be positive."
What?
And if my daughter is going to tell me to stay positive, guess what I'm going to do?
You're going to stay positive.
I'm going to stay positive.
100.
Coming from my daughter's mouth, I listen to Jayla more than I listen to anybody.
And you should.
So that's all I got to do.
Africa Diaspora Connect. Let's bring Jayla home. Let's give this amazing, amazing lady who's going to do amazing things in life and touch amazing folks out there that really are in dire need to be touched. This story you're hearing from mother and daughter, this is nothing in common. We just don't talk about these things. Like I said in the first show, we just bury them under the rug and we try to move on like we think life is okay. It's not longer okay. It's not. It's about time we speak out. It's about time we tell our stories. Enough is enough. And for you men out there who beat up on women, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
What advice, if I may, Anne, if there is somebody listening, anybody listening, that is experiencing the similar thing, whether it be on a very public scale, I suppose, like yourself, or even, you know, in the confines of your everyday, average, quote-unquote, American, what advice would you give someone that's there and doesn't think that they can...
Get out. That's my only advice.
Get out.
And if they think they can't, though?
You can. I take can't outright. When I was a little girl, because my mom has brought me to dance classes, acting classes, every class you could think of, I've gone through it. That's why I am the way that I am. That's why I don't need media training. I've been media trained all my life. My dance teacher taught me something when I was probably like 12. Every time I said can't, she'd make me do push-ups. I hate push-ups. So even when I go to say the word can't, I stop myself because I believe in what you put out in the universe, you get back.
Yeah.
It goes full circle. You may call it karma. You may call it the disobeying. You may call it whatever you call it. It's coming to you. Like you said, it's coming to you. What you put out is what you get in. So if you put out negative energy and you're putting out this energy that you can't get out of this situation, you can't move forward, you can't go on, you can't move past this person, you can't get over it, you won't. Wow. You're going to be sitting there stuck for years. It's been 5 for me.
And for my side, the advice I can give everyone out there, neither a man or a woman, there is so many resources out there. Go find them. Just speak out. Find someone whom you trust. Tell them the story. There are so many social workers out there to help you. Any department you work in, even in the hospital, where you work in school, kids are going through this. Talk to a social worker. They walk you through. They will provide you with all resources where you can get help. And domestic violence is real.
It is real.
It is very real.
Folks, we are going to wind down. It's been 2 back-to-back amazing shows with this powerful women of valor. Let's bring Jayla back home. Let's bring her home. Mommy's waiting on her. Mommy's mending. Folks out there, Africa Diaspora Connect, my crew, my fam. Come on now, ADP, the podcast, man. Let me do this. I'm going to put a link out there. I'm out there to join this worthy cause. Every dollar is going to count. Let's get this mother and daughter united again. Let them live a life worth living. She is reaching for the stars. You are going places. You are going places. You are a superstar, international superstar. What's your handle again?
The Official Ann.
The Official Ann.
And before we go, I actually wanted to share something with you guys.
Go ahead.
So something I've been doing a lot lately is Googling myself. It says the Official Ann is listed as one of the most famous people according to our analysts, Wikipedia, Forbes, and Business Insiders. And one article that wrote about me that really touched my heart is Famous Birthdays. Now, Famous Birthdays is a website where you type in anybody's name and, you know, their birthday comes up with their information. I'm on there.
You're on there.
So it says, my birthday is May 3rd, 1999. I'm 22. Birthplace, Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay.
Singer and model risen to fame through YouTube and Instagram, where she has earned thousands of fans creating songs, covers, and artists like Beyonce, Rihanna, and Justin Timberlake. She has also vlogged frequently on her YouTube channel as well. Before fame, it was a cover of Tink, Treat Me Like Somebody, that went viral on Nicki Minaj's Instagram and gained her a following across numerous social platforms. Trivia: she is fluent in 3 languages: English, Swahili, and Kikuyu. Na ndauga uguo nigetha ndimwire atiriri mutikariganire kuria maumire.
Don't forget where you come from.
Do never forget where you
your
come
roots,
from.
your eminence.
Yes.
Africa Diaspora Connect, our quests for 2000. Come on now. This is a show of shows. There is nothing like this mother and daughter, women of value, Magdalene and Ann. Our prayers, our thoughts, our devotion, and the cause. My folks, ADC, let's pitch in. Let's bring Jayla back home.
And let's get to those 2,000 subscribers.
Let's get to those 2,000 subscribers. I'm your host, the one and only Kibathi Couture, saying sayonara. Let's get there. Thank you. Thanks, Chrissy.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.